It's always easier to just carry the cans in the wagon down to the lake. All right, just so you know, I'm going backwards a little bit. Pretend you're at the gas station, and what you want to do with these things is these flow really nicely, but in order to get the gasket around here really tight, you want to pull this in and you want to kind of spin this. But with this hand, I'm going to pull out a little bit, and as I'm tightening with my right hand, and that will allow the gasket to fit onto this squarely. And then just before you're ready to pour it into the jet ski, you open up this back air vent and you open up this end like here, and that's it. And then we'll be pouring in the gas in the jet ski next. All right, so now we're going to pour in the jet ski, and the first thing you do, take this off, cap off, and there's a chain, so you can just let it drop off to the edge. Then you take the gas can. This is a little bit of a pain in the ass. You kind of just bend it back a little bit, but more importantly, when you pull this up, you don't want to put the weight of it on this. So don't the tendency will be to want to put the weight of the can onto the nozzle. Don't do that. Use your hand in the back and your hand in the front, and then all you do is you pour that into the gas. And because this is a pretty free-flowing gas can, it goes pretty quickly, probably within 3 or 4 minutes. So resist putting the weight on the nozzle and just let it fill. And this is why the blue one needs to go in the middle, because it's gas cans on this side, or gas caps on this side. If you were to put it on the outside one, now you've got no way to, or it's very difficult to fill that on. I'm probably about over halfway done right now with this gas can. And on average, if you're gonna be out there on the lake for an hour or two, you're probably going to use up a couple gallons, if not 3, 4. The more you drive. This gas can, the gas, when I was putting in the blue one, it was just under half a tank. And I had 5.5 gallons in this one. And it's going to take all of that. So roughly at half a tank, you've got 5 gallons of gas. And that's how quickly it fills. But at half a tank, figure you got 5 gallons of gas to fill. This will take it back to nearly full. And then when you're done, put the nozzle back on the end. It's a good habit to just close the air fill like that, and you're done. All right, I'm going to turn this around in a second. All right, so whoever parked the red one, see those 2 yellow lines? They shouldn't cross. The yellow line on the right side is further back than the yellow line on the inside. And that means we've gone over center to the front, and that's difficult to unwind. So as much as I lower this, it's not going to want to come back over. The yellow line over here should never go beyond the yellow line over here. And so this is offset the wrong direction by about 6 inches. And so that means the whole weight of this thing has gone over to the front. And now I got to bring it over to the back. So do not, number one, never should those 2 yellow lines cross. Okay, now that we have corrected the where that those two yellow arrows are sitting. Now I'm just going to put gas into the red one, which in this case, the red gas cap is under the hood. It's not on the side like it is in the blue one. So we'll tip this forward, and the gas cap is actually on the kind of the driver's side. So what the trick on this one is you kind of got to carry the gas cap around to that side. Start by, again, taking the cap off here and taking the air vent out, and then you will essentially, you set it onto the machine, you step onto it yourself, and then go in the front. Again, the hard part is you'll want to put weight onto the nozzle. Avoid that. I tried to resist doing that and kind of hold it in midair. The gas goes out really quickly, so it becomes lighter fairly quickly, so it's not too bad. But it is heavy, and you got to kind of, manage that. But essentially, this is going really quickly, and it won't take long. Again, it's probably a matter of a couple minutes, and the entire gas is in that. If you put pressure on it here or there, it's not the end of the world, but you could bend it, break it, any number of things. It could kind of make that thing go off. The best thing is to try to not do that. And right now, we're down to probably less than a quarter of it left. So we're getting very close. And I would recommend using the two cans that are labeled John Olson 91 grade. When you go to the gas station, you want to always buy 91 grade that goes in the jet skis. That's a key thing. Don't buy 87, because you'll end up with trouble long term. In the short term, and it says it right in the front here, has my name, and then it says 91 grade. And it's actually that simple. Seems a bit awkward when you first start. I get that, I understand that. But it becomes, pretty easy fairly quickly. Thank you. And here is where I keep my 3 gas cans. The one on the right, don't use that, because that is mixed fuel for 2-stroke engines. The 2 on the left, the red ones, those are for the jet ski. Smaller one, don't use. Bigger 2, use. And they are in the front of the garage on the shelf. There's the door as you come in, and there they are. All right, so then one last thing as I talk to you from Star Lake is that before you go in the water, you should probably check and see if there's any weeds that might have clogged up as you've come down the channel. And as you come down the channel, there can be some stuff that catches up. Trick is when you do go over weeds, not sitting here when you start out, but like as you're coming through the bay, way over here, as you're coming through the bay, you will want to go as fast as you can. That way those weeds don't have time to get sucked up in. If you kind of putter over top of them, they're gonna get sucked up in. And then you end up with, under the blue one, you can see some weeds that are still underneath there on the blue. And if you zoom in, it's kind of hard to see here, but if you zoom in, they're right there. There's a little gate or intake right underneath there. They need to get pulled out. So before that gets run again, or before you go out jet skiing, you should probably check and see if there is any weeds in there. Thanks.